Sustainable Development Agenda. We need to get this right. Political and economic agreements are not enough for lasting peace and development. Sustainability must build on human rights and dignity, on solidarity and dialogue, by empowering every woman and man to do everything they can. This is the message of UNESCO, carried forward for 70 years. We must build on the soft power of education, the sciences, culture, communication, new technologies, to nurture our greatest renewable energy, human ingenuity. India and UNESCO hold this vision in common, and I thank you once again, Mr. Prime Minister, for coming to this House to share it with us. In this spirit, I am honoured to give the floor to invite the Prime Minister to this podium to share his vision. Thank you. Please, Mr. Prime Minister.
Vale, vale. Director General, Madam Bukova, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I am truly honored to address UNESCO. I feel specially privileged to visit this great institution in its 70th anniversary year. This milestone reminds us of a fundamental achievement of our age for the first time in human history. We have an organization for the entire world, the United Nations. And through the sweeping change of these decades, through many challenges of our times and the great progress of this era, the organization has endured and grown. There have been doubts and skepticism. There is need for urgent reforms, but for the nations that came together at its birth, and for 3 times as many that joined it later, there is one unshakable belief: our world is and will remain a better place because of the United Nations. It is this faith that have given birth to so many of its institutions that deal with every aspect of human challenges. Our collective goal is to seek a peaceful and prosperous future for our world in which every nation has a voice, all peoples have an identity, all cultures are flowers in garden, every human being has a life of dignity, every child a future of opportunity, and our planet the chance to preserve its glory. No organization serves our cause more than this one. The seeds of our collective destiny are sown in human minds. It is nurtured by the light of education, and the spirit of inquiry. It makes progress through the marvels of science, and it draws strength from the basic character of nature, that harmony and unity in diversity. That is why UNESCO was among the first missions of the United Nations. That is why India values the work of UNESCO so deeply and cherishes our partnership so immensely. I am conscious of the extraordinary legacy of our relationship from the times of UNESCO's birth. I recall Mahatma Gandhi's message to UNESCO calling for urgent action to address the needs of education to secure lasting peace. And the leadership of Dr. Radhakrishnan later became our president in the yearly of this institution. We are grateful for UNESCO's support for education and science in India and for preservation of our cultural heritage. Equally, we are privileged to have worked with UNESCO in support of its mission around the world. For in the challenges India faces and the dreams that Indians seek, our approach mirrors the ideals of UNESCO. We have built a modern state in an ancient land with timeless tradition of openness and coexistence, and as a society of extraordinary diversity. The foundation of our Constitution rests on a fundamental principles: the peace and the prosperity of all is indivisible. For the welfare of the individual, the strength of the nation is determined by the joint hands of every citizen, and real progress is measured through empowerment of the weakest. This has been our creed since we assumed office nearly a year ago. And we shall urge our progress not just by the cold statistics of growth, but by the warm glow of belief and hope on human faces. For me, it means many things. We will defend and protect the right and liberty of every citizen. We will ensure that every citizen of every faith, culture and creed has an equal place in our society, belief in her future, and the confidence to pursue. Education always had a special place in our tradition. As our ancient sayings, it is Vaye krute bhartati eva nityam vidya dhanam sarva pradhanam. The wealth that increases by giving. The wealth is knowledge and is supreme of all possessions. We have launched the most ambitious program to provide skills to our youth and education for every child in the remotest villages.